What would you do if the only way to escape was through a hole barely bigger than your head? Now imagine, your entire body has to go through it. And now imagine this. Halfway through, you're stuck, naked, exposed, and the police are standing right in front of you. This is not a movie. This actually happened. And what you're about to see will leave you stunned. Stay with us till the end, because after watching this, you'll never look at prison escapes the same way again. This is the story of a man who tried to outsmart the system, and failed, spectacularly. But the question is, how did he even get in this position? Why was he naked? How did he think this would work? And what did the police do next? Strap in, because what happened next shocked everyone, even the officers. The incident took place in Brazil, in a high-security facility. The man you see here was a convicted inmate serving time for robbery and other charges. But like many behind bars, he had one thing on his mind: freedom. For weeks, maybe months, he observed a small hole in the prison wall, barely large enough to peek through. But for him, it became his tunnel to freedom. Somehow, he believed that if he could get his head and shoulders through, the rest would follow. Desperation makes people believe the impossible. Most of people will think from where the hole came and any hole in prison cell how possible. For weeks he studied the architecture of the cell, and that's when he noticed it. A small vent, sealed years ago with a thin layer of cement. And that became his target. But here's the shocking part. He didn't use industrial tools. No, he used a metal spoon and part of a broken electric fan blade. Night after night, while others slept, he scraped the wall silently. Tiny flakes of concrete hidden under his bed, each night a few more inches, until finally, the wall gave way. Late at night, under dim light and total silence, he prepared. To reduce friction, he stripped completely, leaving behind everything, even his dignity. He greased his body with oil, soap, anything slippery he could find, and then he went for it. At first, it seemed like it might work. His head passed through, then his shoulders, and just when he thought he was free, boom, his hips locked in, stuck, completely wedged between cold concrete and freedom. He panicked. He wriggled, but the wall didn't care. His escape attempt had turned into a trap of his own making. The commotion drew attention. Guards heard faint thuds and odd scraping noises, and when they entered the room, they found this scene. A grown man, naked, stuck halfway in a wall, with a chair beneath him for leverage. The officers couldn't believe it. Some laughed, some filmed, but all of them knew this was going viral. Instead of being a criminal mastermind, this man became a living meme, a legend of how not to escape prison. It took several officers to extract him from the wall. They had to lubricate him, push, pull, and eventually widen the hole slightly. His body was bruised, his ego crushed. He was taken back into custody, and additional charges were added, not just for attempting to escape, but for damaging prison property. Ironically, had he just waited a few more months, he might have been eligible for parole. What is your thoughts about him? Comment below, and take care until next upload.